Welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? Honestly, I hope that you guys are doing amazing. Today's video, I want to talk to you guys about self-care envelopes. Of course, I have this beauty in front of me, but I'm just doing my thing. So I wanted to show you a couple things too. First, hello, welcome back. If you guys are new here, please subscribe to my channel. Say hello below because I do believe in getting to know my customers and friends. So today's video, like I said, I want to talk to you guys about self-care envelopes. Okay, let's jump into the main reason why we are here. I just want to showcase this. I wanted to share it with you because it is a dated planner and we need to get rid of our dated planners, okay? We're already in the month of February. So if you haven't noticed this beauty, take a look. It's gorgeous. It really, really is. Okay, so I just switched back into my favorite. This is my favorite, which is my Adelina Zippy wallet. This is also available in my website. So everything that I use and everything that I share with you guys, I do have it in my website. And if there's something like you see that might be out of stock, just let me know. Just send me a message. Here are my regular variable cash envelopes, okay? The regular pre-made cash envelopes are the ones that say groceries, household, eating out, gas, beauty, and miscellaneous, okay? So those are the ones that I use to stay within under my budget, right? So all of my money goes in my checking account, and the only money that I take out are for these envelopes or for my sinking funds or holiday binder. Okay, so the rest gets left in the bank, you pay your bills, but your main concern are these areas because groceries can be expensive, you know, shopping online, household, eating out. People overdo it when they eat out. Getting coffee every day, you know, just ordering food in general. And then beauty, I usually just do my nails or my hair. Gas is typically $50 a week. And then miscellaneous is the envelope as to how I got ahead. And I talk about that all the time. So the self-care envelopes are so pretty. A lot of the envelopes that we do have in the shop are all professionally made. So there's no vinyl. They last a really long time. Okay, now let's go through the envelopes. We have wardrobe, nails and pedicure. We have makeup and skincare, me time, outing. We have handbags, shoes. There were so many that I wanted to do, so I kind of like put two on one. And then gym, workout gear, anything pertaining to the gym or, you know, stuff like that. So handbags and shoes, me time and outing, that could be, think about it, that could be just about like tons of things, you know? So don't underestimate, you know, if you have something that might not be exactly the same title, just it might be able to be used for something else like nails. This is makeup and skincare, nails and petty and wardrobe. So that could be, you know, purses or extra things like that. You can also do custom envelopes if you have something specific that you're saving for. But I think the self-care envelopes are very, very good. So self-care envelopes, so these are the self-care envelopes. They're very similar to the rest of the envelopes that are in the shop. And why do we use them? I'll explain. The reason why we use envelopes or self-care or any type of cash envelopes is so you can stay within your budget in these categories, right? So let's just say, for example, wardrobe, let's just say, you know, every week you set $50 aside, you start putting money in your envelope, and then it accumulates. And when you're ready to go to the stores, you have the money ready for you, and then you pay cash and you're not using your debit card or any credit cards. So it's really how it's about. It's just like using any other type of cash envelope or sinking fund. Self-care envelopes is another form of a sinking fund where basically they are just small saving accounts that you are eventually going to spend. Setting money aside because you're eventually going to spend the money. It sounds funny, but if you think about it that way, maybe it'll make sense. We're really being in charge of our money. We are in control of our money. So you're taking your money and you're putting it where you want it to go because you know you are eventually going to spend it. So this is a great way to get ahead of the game and be organized by doing this. The reason why we're focusing on February as the month of self-care is because Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is the month of February, so I really wanted to incorporate love, DIY, how to save, how to save when buying items for Valentine's Day, because we also buy for our children. Now, another way that you could save is with the holiday binder. And I also talked about that in the last video, but I want to keep talking about these topics because I want people to understand that it does work, and I do it. I've done it for a while, and it has worked and has changed my life. I wouldn't even be here today if it didn't. And that is the truth. So sometimes I know, like, some people might think that maybe I sound like a broken record because sometimes I feel like it, and I feel like maybe I'm talking too much, or maybe I'm repeating myself and people don't want to hear that. But at the end of the day, I want to drill it in, just to say, like, I get it. I'm not like a millionaire. I have a small business that I want other people to be the same as me. I want you to be confident with what you're doing, confident, feel good about your money, being in control of your money, okay? It doesn't have to be difficult. You don't need a million things to do it. And that's why I created the budget planner, to be really user-friendly, very simple across the board. The system that I use is the cash envelope system, but we also incorporate sinking funds. And again, let's go over the title. What is a sinking fund? Sinking funds are small saving accounts that you're eventually going to spend. Whether you have them in an envelope or you have them in a physical bank and you create 10 different accounts, that's up to you. It's still a sinking fund, okay? You are setting money aside in these areas so that way you're prepared. You're just preparing your money. You're doing the right thing. You got this. So when you set money aside for like for vacation, for clothing, for Christmas, or these things are holidays, or maybe you're doing the 1 month ahead envelope. Maybe you're doing the 1 month ahead and you have the 1 month ahead envelopes. You're setting yourself up for success. So these are the 1 month ahead envelopes, and again, these are pre-made and they're 1 month ahead to help you get 1 month ahead. And so it might take you a little bit to accumulate like each category, but don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. It may be hard, but if everything was easy, would it be fun? No. It's hard because it's getting you in a position so you can better manage your money. It's hard because it wants you to change. It wants you to struggle so that way you can, you'll come out at the end successful with knowledge, confidence. So this is the 1 month ahead. I'll just set this aside. Anything can be a sinking fund. Homeowners insurance, car insurance, anything. Like maybe you want to save for a pair of boots or your Uggs, or maybe you want to save for Louis Vuitton. Anything could be a sinking fund that you choose to make it. So remember, these are the differences I want to talk about. This the first thing are the pre-made envelopes. The pre-made cash envelopes that we talk about, these are called variable cash envelopes. And the reason why they're called variable cash envelopes is because they vary each week. It might not be each week that they are the same amount of money that you would put in here. Things change, prices change. Maybe you didn't spend as much money last week because you were sick, etc. Things like that. So these are variable cash envelopes, and they start with groceries, household, eating out, all of those. Okay, so now that we have our regular basic cash envelopes, let's get back to our self-care, because that's why we are here. So a lot of people might do their own custom. They might have something specific that they hobbies and things that they do, but we do have the set, like I just said, the set of 6. So we need to focus on us. We cannot help other people unless we are completely rested, right? Moms, we are super busy. We know how to multitask more than probably anyone, right? We know how to multitask. Let's be real. Okay, so let's go ahead. The self-care, and how do they work? So we talked about what are self-care envelopes and how do they work. So I talked to you guys about how they work. It depends on there's two different ways that we can talk about this. If you have an end goal in sight, like for example, let's say you're doing Christmas and you need to have $1,000 by the end of the year, then you need to divide that by, so let's say if it's, I'm just gonna show you. So let's say if it's like $1,000, right? We have $1,000. Let's say you're gonna divide it by not 12 months, but let's just say 11 months, okay? Because you usually get the money like out on maybe like a November. So now, you know, that's $90. You're gonna need $90 every week for you to reach that goal for Christmas, okay? So let's just say, so that's like if you have an end goal. These here, maybe some of your sinking funds, you don't have an end goal. It is like, oh, I'm gonna add when I can, then that's okay. Okay, does that make sense? So there's two ways like people do their sinking funds. They may even do it like every week they get paid, they set $25 set aside. But if you truly have like an end goal and there's like an amount that you need by like 6 months or maybe like a year, like I just showed you, then that is what you call like an end goal. But if you don't have an end goal, you don't need an end goal, that's okay. You can add when you can. You can incorporate anything that you want to talk about like for your self-care envelopes. So basically self-care envelopes are sinking funds. It's just another name, sinking funds, and you add money just like you are or you would do with your other sinking funds, okay? What are 3 reasons why you should use self-care envelopes? What are the 3 reasons that people normally use self-care envelopes? And it doesn't even have to be self-care. It could be like any type of sinking fund. But what are 3 reasons why people use the self-care? We'll just say self-care envelopes, okay? First, number 1, it is to prevent overspending. So obviously that is number 1. That is like the biggest thing. It is to prevent overspending. So every week you put money in and you set it aside. You're basically putting it in the envelope and you're letting it accumulate. And this is a way for you to manage how much you have. You can see how much you have and you're not using your debit card and just overspending on a bunch of different things. So number 1, prevents overspending. Setting a budget for self-care, it helps you enjoy the luxuries, the little things without financial guilt. A lot of people have financial guilt when they buy things for themselves, which is, you know, you shouldn't do. We all work really, really hard, and I get it. My daughter has that too. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay to buy something now and then. It's okay. But your main priority is to pay your bills. That is number 1. 2. All right, another 2. What are 3 reasons why we should use self-care? Encourage intentional spending. So number 1, it prevents overspending. Setting a budget will help you. Okay, and number 3. So basically, it's helping you balance your money. So self-care is okay. Self-care is just as important as us paying our regular bills and our savings and allocating our funds to make sure, like our sinking funds, to make sure that we are not neglected, because at the end of the day, we need to take care of ourselves so we could take care of other people. We need to be in a good place, a good mindset. Okay. Okay, so this one's my favorite. Okay, this one's my favorite. So we talk about self-care. We talked about what they are. We talked about why we should use self-care envelopes. We talked about how you can use self-care envelopes. Do you have an end goal? Do you want to add them weekly? Do you want to use the pre-made set that I have here? Or do you want to use them custom? Now, the last topic here is making self-care a ritual. We talked about this in the first video, the last video that I just did, the DIY Valentine's on a budget. Well, making self-care intentional. So it's not just about spending. It could be the simplest thing, like walking in your house, putting on your slippers, lighting a candle. Make your budgeting area cozy. Light your candle, sit down, put your caddy on top, put your bag, your planner bag there. You know, make it cozy, make it fun for you, and make it relaxing, and just make it like a self-care routine that you do every week. I don't know, some people like to do it a couple times a week, whatever works. But what you should do is light a candle, grab some tea, grab a coffee, make your area really, really cute and just comfortable. And it's just about doing like fun, nice things versus like without spending any money, okay? You can even, you know, what do we talk about? Like making dinner, making fun dinners, and, you know, taking a bath before you go to bed, wash the makeup off, put some lotion on your face, put lotion on your hands. My hands get super dry. I'm constantly putting it on, you know. Take your self-care envelopes with your planner and keep it as a part of a bundle, like putting it in your bag, making sure you're listing out all of the self-care topics in your planner, looking at what you're doing, how much you're designating to different categories. And if it's a little bit at a time, that's okay. It's the point that you do it, okay? So that is what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, was about really about the self-care envelopes. And so I'm gonna show you guys real quickly. Now, you guys saw how I stuff my cash envelopes when it comes to like the pre-made. So all of these, first of all of these dashboards are in the shop, including the binder, okay? So all of the categories that I have here, I have a binder that I leave in the shop. I leave at home, right? So I leave the binder at home. The binder has the same categories here, which are these 6 categories, but it also has sinking fund categories like my grandkids and a rainy day fund and things like that. Target, Amazon, and I leave that. I don't take that out with me. Then I have a set of envelopes like these, and this is a set of 6, the same ones. They're right here. So these are the same ones that I have, and then I put these in my wallet for on the go. So that way I'm always on point. Like I'm not going to use my debit card. I'm always on point. I always have my envelopes with me. So I keep them here, the bulk of it here. And when I know that I have to do errands and I know something's coming up, because I always plan what's happening tomorrow. Well, we're getting a snowstorm tomorrow, so I'm probably going to go to the grocery store either tonight or tomorrow morning. I still have to get to the shop. I have a couple of orders to get out. So we're getting a really big storm. And what are some of the things that you have to do to prepare for yourself? So it's really about just preparing and organizing yourself. So I would always make sure to have my money with me and about. And not only that, though, I talk about the importance of the miscellaneous envelope. I have miscellaneous in here, and I have miscellaneous in here, and I always have a couple $100s. Here is the one that I keep at home, okay? So you leave it at home, you keep your cards at home. I decided to put this little cute budgeting, top budgeting tips. Set clear goals, create a budget, automate your savings, track your spending, that's super important. Build an emergency fund, use cash envelopes, never stop learning, and reward yourself. Because I want you to think about you. I want you to think about you because you're important. You need to be important. You need to be told that you're important, and you have a right to get your nails done if you want to get your nails done. You have a right to get your hair done. You have a right to start saving for some clothes or pajamas, or maybe you want to buy some makeup and skincare. You have a right to do these things. And I just think that if you take some time to plan, it'll just make things so much easier for you. Okay, I want to thank you guys so much for giving me the opportunity to at least listening to me talk about self-care. You know, we can go on and on. Take a look at the DIY Valentine's on a budget. I tried to be creative and think outside the box and really do some research on that topic. If you go to my website, and one of the things I suggest people to do, well, let me go back. I do think I am going to create another page on my website, which is going to be more of a start here page. I feel like people get really confused with all of the items on there, and if you're completely brand new, it could be confusing. So I think I will work on that. But in the meantime, if you go to the website and you go under bundles, you'll see some of the different bundles that I have put together. In a bundle, what I mean is like buying a cash binder and getting envelopes free, or buying the planner and getting the snap cover free. Okay, so take a look at those. We also just received some new products today, actually. You guys are the ones that keep me going, to be honest. I wouldn't be here if it was not for you. And don't forget, subscribe and say hello below. All right, guys, I hope you have an amazing day. Bye for now.